Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Sign Stories interview. I'm SBI editor Alex Marcheschi, and today we have a new guest joining us. This is Matt Baker, the president of Baker Signs in Houston. Matt, thanks so much for taking some time out of your day and coming on the show.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me, brother. Excited to be here. Looking forward to having some conversation with you for sure.
Of course, and anybody in the signage industry knows, Matt has a really strong LinkedIn presence, and, we have a mutual connection in Wendy Graves, who's also very active on LinkedIn. So if you're in the signage community and on LinkedIn, you should definitely be following Matt and Wendy both. And thanks to her for setting up this interview. So, Matt, we'll get right into it. You're the president of Baker Signs. I know you've been at the company for a long time, and from my guessing by the name of the company, it's a family business. So, how did you get into the signage industry?
Yeah, so I'm actually third generation. My grandfather was a painter back when most of it was hand done on porcelain. My mom and dad after that had made a sign company. My dad was on a truck in the field. My mom was in sales in the office.
Oh, wow.
They had started our company in 1985, the year right before I was born. I was born in 86. Kind of fast forward, right out of school, which we were raised up in the business, but
Yeah.
we had got into it right out of college, full time. But in essence, we were born in it. I tell people often I was born in a bucket truck. My mom's water broke. We laugh quite often, but my mom's water broke with me when she was pulling a permit in the city of Houston sign administration office. So, and that Woody McLennan, he was the senior inspector there for many, many years after I got in the office. He was still in there. So we had
Yeah.
still joke about that. So I was literally and figuratively speaking, born into the sign industry. So.
That's awesome. That's a funny story. Yeah, it's pretty common to have sign companies be pretty strong family businesses, right? Could you give some quick advice? Because I know, when you blur the lines between family and business, things can get a little complicated. How have you guys been able to kind of ride that wave?
Man, it's definitely a dynamic. I'll say it could be family and business are the best partners that you could ever ask for with the level of trust, the level of expectation, level of standard, and all that. I'll say how we've been able to maintain and juggle that is just keeping it all business. It's like we
Okay.
as a family, we love each other, we're there for each other personally, and there's a certain level of expectation. But on the flip side of the coin, when we show up to the premises of the property, we pull across this gate. Again, the expectation is it's all business, right? So,
Yeah.
we as long as we keep on the company time, business time, professionally, as long as we keep our compass aligned out of the best interest of the company, everything past that kind of falls into place and happens naturally.
All right. That's some great advice. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
So,
and obviously that's easier said than done, and it's a
yeah, I
never-ending
can imagine.
challenge. But as long as that's kind of like, the pillar of what we're all going for and what we're all fighting for, like I said, it's all good business.
Yeah, little separation of church and state there, definitely.
Amen.
So, this is another very broad question. Some people will answer it and talk about certain aspects of operations. You can really take it anywhere. So, what do you love about the signage industry? It might be a lot of things.
Yeah, I'll tell you, to me the same fundamentals of the sign business that drive most people away from it. Those that get a taste and they can't get enough, there is no letting go. That same fundamental part, I think, is what keeps the rest of us coming back. And what you're alluding to, there's a lot of different dynamics and a lot of different aspects to the sign industry that I love. Like me personally, I would say from the design phase, like being able to create something on a digital format, through the estimating phase, right? Being able to price a project to where there's, you're competitive with the client, but you're also creating extra value and being able
Yeah,
to make money off that. That's a part of it that really excites me. The engineering and manufacturing phase, right? To be able to see something on the computer screen and play a part of bringing that to life on the computer screen, but then to walk through the shop and see that on the
yeah,
shop floor getting built, it'll just do something to you, and
yeah,
then to kind of compound that even more, on a family road trip with my family. I've got my wife and girls, my daughters in the truck, and we drive across this sign that I know we built. I didn't know exactly where it was at, but I see it, It's, it's in the middle of the night, it's beaming, it's really showcasing the business. And just to know, where we started from within a
Yeah.
email or a phone call, and then to see that craft on full display, for the world to see, man, it's something that is, it's for me, it's addicting, and I could not imagine doing anything else for a living that gives you that
Yeah.
same rush on a lot of jobs that we do on a daily basis. So definitely thankful for that.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I think people who aren't involved in the signage industry don't really realize that you're basically combining, graphic design with engineering with construction, and you're basically running a full-blown operation over there.
Yeah, yeah, really. I mean, literally from the people, our permit techs, from our designers to the engineers, the guys in paint prep, crane operators, and
Yeah.
and the list goes, project managers, accountants, and the list goes on and on and on. But that's what that's what is exciting about the sign industry, is how diverse it is, but how intricate each one of those roles
Yep.
need to work together to make everything function and kind of work on a cohesive platform.
Definitely. And then, our viewers know that we like to keep these kind of short and consumable for a lunch break or just a quick little break from work. So the last question coming up here is, what's some advice you'd give to your younger self, knowing what you know now?
Uh, Dream big, dream big. And when you think those dreams are too big, dream a little bigger, right? I could
Yeah.
say within, I look back 20 years ago, and not only my dreams, like my entire family, everybody that was a part of the business, if you would ask any of us our wildest dreams and imaginations, even over a 10-year, 15-year time span, we
Yeah.
would have came up short exponentially, right? And that still continues today. It's like we're in uncharted waters. We seem to stay in uncharted waters as a company, which is good, right? That's we're growing. But dream big, commit to it, be willing to go through the monotony,
Yeah.
of the day-to-day grind, with the expectation of, or the anticipation of, in order to go to where we want to go anyway, we need to be willing to do things that others can't or won't or don't want to, and hold true to that. So, um, and other than that, stay open-minded of ways to continuously improve, be a good stewardess of the blessings when they come, and
Yeah.
surround yourselves with the best possible people that you can at any given time.
All right. Well, I really appreciate that. That's a great answer, and it's a perfect one to wrap up on here. Matt, I just want to say thanks again for taking time out of your busy day to record the interview.
Sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
no,
And
thank you for having me. And yeah, look forward to doing some more collaboration with you guys in the future.
yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'm always checking LinkedIn and notice your posts, and sometimes you get some really nice inside info there for anyone else who's kind of newer in the signage industry and might want some insight on what it takes to run the company. So thanks again to Matt. Please stay tuned to signshop.com, our website, and our YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and have a nice day.
Thank you.